You mess with New York, there'll be consequences.
Good morning. It's the anniversary of the September 11th attack on this nation. Today, the final security preparations underway in New York City as hundreds of thousands make their way out to honor the lives lost 2 decades ago. And the Twin Tiers also remembering the victims of 9/11. Ceremonies and memorials scattered across the southern tier this morning and afternoon as the community and local leaders come together to remember the tragedy that took place 20 years ago today.
Live from your local news leader, this is 18 News Today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Wilson. Today is Saturday, September 11th.
And I'm Jacob Matthews.
Before we go ahead and get to those stories, Jacob has a look at your weekend forecast. We'll have more on your forecast later, but right now you are taking a live look at the 9/11 memorial site in Lower Manhattan, where final preparations are underway for the somber memorial ceremony remembering the 20th anniversary of the attacks on America. Preparations are wrapping up this morning at the 9/11 memorial for the 20th anniversary ceremony. This was the scene yesterday afternoon at the memorial. Bagpipers, the NYPD, color guards, and other members of the department all in formation. The crowd was large, many coming to pay their respects in advance of the formal ceremony that's happening later today. And keeping a constant watch was the members of the NYPD, some carrying long guns, some leading dogs. It's a reminder of what happened and an assurance that the city is ready.
We've deployed more resources for the Port Authority, the MTA. You'll see more people. You'll see individuals with long arms. You'll see them looking a little bit militarized. But the idea is to let anyone know that you mess with New York, there'll be consequences.
Officials confirmed there are no specific threats against the city at this time. Firefighters also gathered at the memorial yesterday to honor their colleagues who lost their lives on that horrific day. A priest blessed 3 wreaths and paid his respects to the fallen heroes. The New York City Fire Department was hit especially hard by the collapse of the World Trade Center. And all 343 firefighters lost their lives on 9/11, and another 253 are believed to have died of World Trade Center related illnesses. 75 New York firehouses lost at least 1 member in the attacks. President Biden is also honoring those who died. He shared his thoughts on Twitter last night with a special message for those who lost loved ones in the attacks.
And so on this day, Jill and I hold you close in our hearts and send you our love. There are people around the world that you'll never know who are suffering through their own losses, who see you, your courage. Your courage gives them courage that they too can get up and keep going. And we hope that 20 years later, the memory of your beloved brings a smile to your lips, even while still bringing a tear to your eye. We saw national unity bend. We learned that unity is the one thing that must never break. Unity is what makes us who we are, America at its best. To me, That's the central lesson of September 11th. Hope allows us to act with courage, to act and honor those we lost 20 years ago, and those who have given their whole souls to the cause of this nation every day since. To act and build a future, not a reactionary one or one based on fear, but a future of promise, strength, and grace, worthy of their dreams and sacrifice.
Here in the Twin Tiers, there are many events being planned to commemorate those who lost their lives. Yesterday, Elmira College.
A powerful scene here at Elmira College. 2,996 American flags were placed on campus this morning, each one representing a life lost during the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center.
I just think that this event, this ceremony that we do here is so touching and sombering for us to partake in. You know, for me, placing each flag, you know, representing a person that had died is very touching. And I just think it's wonderful that the college community does this and then also shares it with the general community as a tribute to those that we lost on that day.
I know tomorrow on 9/11 I plan to go to the gym and climb the however many flights of stairs and floors that they did, just as another way to honor them. So
you see the kind of love and appreciation that not only the community has for the college for putting on this event, but also the impact that it still has on not only our community, but the country as a whole.
While many lives were lost, there is one flag that stands out from the rest.
We also have a special flag dedicated to Daryl McKinney, class of '97. He died in the towers after the attack and had been working in the finance there.
A former basketball player, Daryl's classmates placed a plaque of him in the gym in his memory. Reporting in Elmira, Kevin Gefeller, 18 News.
The VA Finger Lakes healthcare system at the Bath VA is inviting the public to remember the first responders, veterans, and citizens who lost their lives on 9/11. Today, the New York State DOT will be lining State Route 415 and 352 between the Bath National Cemetery and Woodlawn National Cemeteries. They're asking the community to hang their flags, sound their sirens, and ring their bells at 10:03 a.m. to commemorate the time the last plane crashed into the towers. And today, beginning at 8:45 this morning, the Valley United Presbyterian Church in Waverly will be opening their doors, inviting the public to come in and help them ring the church bell once for each person who lost their lives during the attacks. Community members will be able to help ring the bell and afterwards are invited into the sanctuary for a time of remembrance. For more information on all the memorial events taking place today, head over to our website, mytwintiers.com. And as the nation pauses today to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks, NBC News will be providing full coverage with the special edition, Saturday edition of Today's Show with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, as well as nightly news with Lester Holt. Turn into 18 News and NBC News for America Remembers 20 years later. And it's now 6:08. Still to come on 18 News today, political fallout from President Biden's new plan to attack the COVID pandemic. Republicans already threatening to sue. We have more information from Washington.
And humid conditions will soon make a return as we head into next week. The muggy meteor shows that the most humid days may start this Tuesday morning. More details coming up.
You're watching 18 News Today.
Welcome back. One of the largest Confederate monuments in the U.S. is no longer standing. A statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee was taken down in Richmond, Virginia on Wednesday. A crowd erupted in cheers and song as crews hoisted the statue off its pedestal. The statue of Lee had towered over Virginia's capital city for more than a century. The decision to remove it came in June of last year, shortly after the death of George Floyd. In Florida, police have foiled a shooting plot at a middle school in Lehigh Acres. A teacher there at the Harns Marsh Middle School received a tip that a student had a gun on Thursday. Now, no weapon was found in the student's bag. However, police did find a map of the school with every security camera on it circled. Their investigation led officials to search the home of a 13 and 14-year-old student where they found guns, ammo, and knives. Police say the two boys had done research on the Columbine shooting in Colorado and how to build pipe bombs. Both of those boys are now facing charges of conspiracy to commit a mass shooting. And in California, Governor Gavin Newsom casted his vote yesterday in a recall election that could remove him from office. The recall has been a part of the state's political system since 1911. It provides the public with an opportunity to remove elected officials from office before the end of their term. The California Democrat will now face a September 14th special election. Turning now to our coronavirus coverage. This morning, Republicans are already threatening to sue over President Biden's new plan to attack the COVID pandemic. The plan includes vaccine mandates for millions of workers, fines, and pressure on states to protect students and conduct more testing. Tracy Potts is in Washington with more.
President Biden running out of patience with 80 million unvaccinated Americans.
Our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us. So please do the right thing.
His 6-point plan includes mandatory vaccines for federal workers and contractors, vaccines or weekly testing for companies with more than 100 workers, doubling TSA fines for travelers who don't mask, and low-cost at-home tests available this week.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you.
Employees who don't comply could face fines or be fired.
Anything that we can put in place that's going to make people feel more secure to come and visit my store is the best thing for my store.
The government's also urging states to vaccinate teachers and do more testing in schools. Outbreaks have closed 1,400 schools in 35 states.
Our students have suffered enough. They need to be in the classroom.
The White House is anticipating lawsuits. The Republican National Committee announced last night they'll be first in line. Deaths from COVID are up 5 times over last month. The FDA has yet to approve a third booster shot.
They don't have all the information yet that they need.
It's affecting every age group, race, everything.
As the COVID pandemic overwhelms America's hospitals, the government is putting new pressure on millions who choose not to get the shot. Federal workers and contractors have 75 days to get the shot, and this plan also addresses the economic impact of COVID-19 with more help for small businesses. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
And the time now, 6:15. Still ahead on 18 News Today. Unemployment claims hitting a new pandemic low. Economists say numbers are better than expected, but it comes as we see a record number of job openings.
And foggy conditions continue, but they will soon dissipate, leaving behind beautiful conditions that are perfect for traveling today. More details on what you can expect coming up next. Good morning and happy Saturday. We finally made it to the weekend. So today you can expect plentiful sunshine and some dry conditions. However, for tomorrow, it's going to be a bit warmer and a bit more humid. Temperature is going to reach up to the 80s. Rain and sun can be expected for the majority of next week. And for next week as well, the warm weather will continue. Temperatures will stay up in the 80s. As of right now, however, we can experience the dry conditions thanks to this high pressure system hanging out around the Atlantic coast. As we zoom in, however, we can see conditions are not really active right now. There are a few isolated showers due to the winds blowing in from the Great Lakes, bringing in a bit of cloud cover. So it will generate some isolated showers around in those regions. However, as we head into the rest of the afternoon, expect pretty much no isolated showers at all throughout the regions. Clearing up will continue throughout the rest of the day and into Sunday morning. But as we head into later Sunday morning, more winds will bring in more clouds and the cloud cover will expand even more. And as we head into Sunday afternoon, we'll start to see some isolated showers as those clouds start to move in. We'll even start to see scattered showers later Sunday night, as can be seen from over here. And a potential for isolated showers will occur as well, given the heavy and moderate rain that we will experience that Sunday night. As for conditions right now, we can see temperatures are sitting around in the low 50s. As we can see for dew points, dew points are going to be comfortable, giving dry conditions for the rest of the day. But as we head into the rest of the day, we can see temperatures are going to climb up into the 70s for the afternoon. High temperature, 78 degrees. Chance of precipitation, 0%. Mostly sunny and breezy conditions expected. The winds will eventually pick up from the southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we head into tonight, however, we'll start to see temperatures go back down to the 60s, remaining mostly clear. Winds will still be pretty breezy, but as we head into the rest of the week, conditions will be a bit different, especially for Sunday. Isolated showers and thunderstorms expected with a high of 82 degrees. As we head into the rest of the week, another frontal system may be expected. A warm front may bring in a chance for showers in the middle of the week. These showers will linger on for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures will then climb back down into the 70s, but as we head into Friday, we'll experience cloudy skies and temperatures will kick back up into the 80s. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back. Topping our consumer headlines this morning, unemployment claims hit a new pandemic-era low. According to the Labor Department, first-time filings for weekly jobless claims fell by 35,000 to 310,000 last week. That is better than expected. Those numbers come as employers around the country are posting a record number of job openings. The Labor Department says there were nearly 11 million jobs available at the end of July. That's up nearly 750,000 from the month before. And call it multitasking or straight up distraction. A new study from digital.com shows the real reasons people want to work from home. Nearly 3 in 4 respondents said they want to watch TV while they work, but then again, who doesn't? 72% say they want to be able to squeeze in a nap or exercise routine while they're on the clock. And nearly 2 out of 3 say they have concerns about coworkers seeing them in person for the first time in a long time. The Mortgage Bankers Association says the demand for mortgage applications fell almost 2% from a week ago. That is the lowest level since mid-July. It was weakened by declines in refinancing activity as well as purchase applications. The survey covers over 75% of all U.S. retail residential mortgage applications and has been conducted weekly since 1990. From Apple News to workout clothing, CNBC's Dominic Chu takes a look at this past week in the world of business.
A bite out of Apple, airlines lose altitude, and hard seltzer fizzles out, all in the week that was. A judge ruled that Apple did not engage in monopolistic behavior in its legal battle versus Fortnite creator Epic Games. However, the judge also said Apple must allow app developers to use external payment links, which would help avoid Apple's 30% App Store commissions. The nation's airlines say a jump in COVID cases has hurt business more than they expected. Delta, Southwest, United, American, and JetBlue all said that they were seeing a slowdown in bookings and more cancellations and are adjusting their schedules to compensate. Moderna is developing a single shot that combines the COVID-19 vaccine with a flu vaccine. The combined jab is still in an early study stage, but the news helped push Moderna shares up 8% following that announcement. And the hard seltzer boom may be going flat. Boston Beer saw its stock take a hit after it pulled its prior financial forecast, saying it had overestimated demand for its truly hard seltzer brand ahead of the summer months. There's been no decline in popularity, though, for leisure wear and workout clothing. Even as Americans return to their offices, Lululemon reported blowout earnings for its most recent quarter, helping to push its stock to a record high. I'm Dominic Chu. Get all your business news on CNBC.
It's now 6:25. Still to come on 18 News today, the iconic Thanksgiving Day Parade is back and set to be better than ever this year. Details ahead.
And today is a great day to walk your furry friend. Conditions will remain warm and favorable for walking anywhere. Stay tuned for more details coming up on 18 News.
You're watching 18 News Today.
Welcome back. Jacob has another look at your weekend forecast.
Yeah, so for the rest of the week, we can experience temperatures climbing back up into the 80s starting tomorrow with some isolated showers. As we head into the rest of the week, we'll start to see some more showers lingering around as a warm front moves in through the area. Temperatures will stay around in the 80s, but will eventually climb back down to the 70s. But as we head into Friday, they will climb back up again in the 80s with cloudy skies.
All right, well, I know it's technically still summer, but New York City is gearing up for Thanksgiving, and I'm excited. On Wednesday, Macy's made the announcement its parade is back. Character balloons will soar over Manhattan again on November 25th, and this year, unlike last, fans can line the streets to take it all in. There will be celebrities, floats, and of course Santa. Organizers say they will follow CDC guidance, so masks and social distancing are of course required. It's now 6:29. Still to come on 18 News Today, a terrifying scene in Bradford County, a rollover crash trapping a teen under a water tanker. We have developing details on the rescue. Plus, facing termination, healthcare workers in New York have less than 3 weeks to get vaccinated or lose their job. How many employees that affects here in the southern tier?
Now on 18 News.
Good morning. A terrifying scene in Bradford County. A rollover crash trapping a teen under a water tanker. We have the developing details of that rescue. And facing termination, healthcare workers in New York have less than 3 weeks to get vaccinated or lose their job. How many employees that affects here in the southern tier? Plus, new details about Hornell's fire department training, the unique program leaders are hoping will bring success to the city. This is 18 News Today.
Live from your local news leader, this is 18 News Today.
Good Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Wilson. Today is Saturday, September 11th.
I'm Jacob Matthews. Thanks for joining us for 18 News Today.
Those stories and much more are coming up in just a few minutes, but first, Jacob has your forecast.
Yeah, so foggy conditions remain for this morning, but eventually that will subside later in the afternoon. Current temperature in Elmira, 50 degrees. However, as we head into the afternoon, we'll start to see some drying. We can even see that right now happening over in the regions with a few isolated showers, but nothing too severe. Current conditions, temperatures are sitting around in the low 50s, in the high 40s. That will not last forever, however, as we head into the afternoon, with temperatures rising up into the 70s starting this noon, with mostly sunny conditions and breezy wind conditions as well.
Healthcare workers in New York have less than 3 weeks to get vaccinated or lose their job. According to the CEO of Guthrie Clinic, 1/5 of their staff currently is not fully vaccinated and will be facing termination come the end of this month. The healthcare industry is already experiencing staffing shortages, but the CEO of Guthrie Clinic says this should not deter people from accessing healthcare if they do, in fact, need it. This comes as there's a growing need for elderly care physicians across the country. A study from the Association of American Colleges claims the need for physicians will greatly outweigh supply over the next 13 years. By 2034, those 65 and older will account for 42% of the demand for physicians. They now make up about 34% of that demand. The study says many doctors are nearing retirement as that population grows. It was a race against the clock in Bradford County earlier yesterday. Take a look at that. A tanker flipped into a water-filled ditch, trapping its driver and teenage passenger inside. This rescue taking place on Old Plank Road in Towanda Township. According to officials, the road was recently paved, leaving crevices, which caused the water tanker to veer off the road and flip upside down and into a ditch. The driver was uninjured, but the 18-year-old passenger's legs were stuck underwater, leaving him trapped. Crews had to quickly lift the truck into the air in order to free him. He was airlifted to a local hospital, and right now his condition is unknown. And after a 2-year hiatus, the city of Corning held their swearing-in ceremony for firefighters and police officers yesterday. The ceremony was conducted by the mayor. These events originally started 25 years ago as a way to recognize Corning's uniformed services. According to the city manager, all current vacancies in the Corning Police and Fire Department, well, they have been filled. The city of Hornell held a board public safety meeting where new details about the city's fire department training was announced. The meetings touched on topics such as upcoming holiday events and festivals, and also the approval of new ambulance. But one of the larger ticket items was the announcement of the in-house training for the city's fire department, which Mayor John Buckley says will benefit the community.
We have an in-house program where we train our firefighters. Instead of sending them to the academy, we do it here in-house, and we piggybacked on some other fire departments that have done similar programs in the area, and it's been a great program for us, and we're going to continue to do it.
Buckley says it's a unique program, but they do know of other agencies who have had success with it. The time is now 6:36. Still to come on 18 News Today, the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission gearing up to put out its first draft of the state's potential new districts. When we can expect to see those results.
And today is a great day to go out for a jog with mostly sunny conditions and temperatures remain comfortably in the 70s. More details on that coming up.
You're watching 18 News Today.
Welcome back. Republicans in Pennsylvania's state Senate are moving forward with what they're calling a forensic investigation into last year's presidential election. They're now scheduling a Senate committee meeting for next Wednesday to vote on subpoenas. The move is similar to what Republicans in Arizona did, claiming false claims that the election was rigged against Donald Trump. And the New York State Independent Redistricting Commission will soon be putting out the first drafts of its maps to redraw the state's district lines. It's a process that happens every 10 years following the census. Our Capitol correspondent Karina Capabianca has more on those next steps.
The New York State Independent Redistricting Commission has wrapped up its first round of public hearings to take suggestions on new maps for voting districts. The first drafts are expected to be released on September 15th.
Obviously, we didn't engage in discussions, dialogues. There was no debate, but it was listening, which is very important.
Chair David Imamura says almost 1,600 people signed up on the commission's website. There were about 430 written submissions and almost 300 people spoke at the hearings. While he says those hearings weren't statutorily required, Jennifer Wilson with the League of Women Voters says she's disappointed by what she calls a lack of transparency. She says there's been no public engagement on the actual mapping negotiations.
So any negotiations on the maps that have been done so far have been done behind closed doors. And in addition to that, the testimonies and the transcripts of the oral testimonies that were submitted by the public have yet to be released.
She's also criticized the lack of language accessibility for the materials. Once the map drafts are made public next week, the commission is required to hold its second round of public hearings.
There will be time for people to comment on the draft maps, but typically when drafts come out, they don't change very much.
The commission is supposed to approve a plan on or before January 1st to submit to the legislature. In Albany, Karina Capabianca.
Time is now 6:41. Still ahead on 18 News Today, remembering and honoring those who lost their lives 20 years ago today, including the hundreds of first responders who put their lives on the line for the sake of others.
And we can expect to see nice conditions for mowing the lawn today, but we will not see that forever as we head for tomorrow and the rest of the week. More details on that coming up.
Good morning, everyone. He's Nick Ketter. I'm Chuck Brame. George Stockberger will join us in a little bit. Coming up next, it's week 3 of the 18 Sports Blitz.
Good morning and happy Saturday. We finally made it to the weekend. Today you can expect plentiful sunshine and dry conditions. Enjoy the dryness while it lasts, however, because warm and humid conditions will arrive tomorrow. Excuse me. And rain and sunshine will continue for next week as well, bringing in those humid conditions. Warm weather will also continue with temperatures rising up into the 80s. As of right now, however, we can experience dry conditions with temperatures around the 70s, thanks to this area of high pressure that is lingering around near the Atlantic coast. Some clouds will start to move in, bringing in a few isolated showers around the regions, although nothing too severe is expected for today. However, as we head into tomorrow, that will be another story. But as of now, for the Saturday afternoon, these dry conditions will continue. Skies will begin to clear up heading into Saturday night and into the beginning of Sunday morning. As we head into the later Sunday morning, however, more winds from the Great Lakes will start to blow in some more clouds, bringing in greater cloud cover, which will eventually lead to some isolated showers starting for Sunday afternoon. But as we head into Sunday night, we can start to see these isolated showers form into scattered showers, bringing in moderate to heavy rain. And within this moderate and heavy rain, you can experience some isolated thunderstorms around as well. So if you're around in those areas where the scattered showers may happen, be sure to be careful as you plan on traveling for today. As for right now, temperatures are sitting in the high 40s to the low 50s, sitting comfortably well for the beginning of the morning. And as we can see, dew points are also sitting comfortably well in the low to mid 40s. Dry conditions, nothing too hot or oppressive as you head out your door. As for the rest of the day, we can experience a high temperature of 78 as sunshine starts to come out for the rest of the day. Mostly sunny skies, breezy conditions. Winds will go up to 5 to 15 miles per hour as we head later into the day, bringing in potentially more clouds. But thankfully, those clouds will eventually clear out as we head into tonight with temperatures with a low temperature of 60, and conditions remaining mostly clear. Winds will still continue at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and with those winds, we'll start to experience some temperatures, not only some temperatures rising up to the 80s, but also some isolated showers and thunderstorms for Sunday. As we head into the rest of the week, conditions will remain mostly fine for Monday and Tuesday, but a warm front will linger around, bringing in the chance for showers for Wednesday, and those chance of showers will linger on into Thursday. Temperatures will climb up to the 80s, being warm for the middle of the week, but they will eventually climb down to 77 for Thursday. As we head into Friday, however, rain will eventually not be a problem anymore with cloudy skies, but temperatures will rise back up to the 80s. Be on the lookout for that because summer weather is still not over.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the 18 Sports Blitz. He's Nick Ketter, I'm Chuck Brame, and George Stockberger will join us in a little bit. Nick, nice shirt.
Nice shirt.
We match.
Yeah, got that Raider blue.
That's right. And speaking of that, it's week 1 under lights in Section 4, and it's the beginning of a new era at Horseheads, Nick.
It sure is, Chuck. And the Blue Raiders have a brand new stadium. They're hosting their first ever game under the lights tonight. Horseheads debuting their new stadium in their opener against Vesta. What an awesome environment this was. Time winding down in the third. Raiders up 7. Golden Bears driving. Camden Schaefer launches it downfield to Aiden Bernetti. What a play there with the shrug there. A few plays later, toss to Liam Neely, but oh no, loose ball there from Neely. The Raiders jump on that one and take over. That would lead to this. Fourth quarter, hand it to Riley Loomis, and he scores one of his 3 touchdowns on the night for Big Blue. How about the light show to follow? This would be awesome. The Horseheads debuts their new stadium with a 20-0 shutout of Vestal.
I like it. The Seneca Indians opening up Ashenango Valley late second quarter. Trayvon Jones with the 11-yard touchdown run for the Indians. They take a 7-6 lead. Third quarter, Donovan Tom on the QB keeper, and he goes 35 yards to the end zone. CV goes in front. The Indians answer back. It's Jones again. He takes the handoff 49 yards bounce to the house for the score. The Seneca Indians win their opener 35-12.
To Corning, the Hawks, who went undefeated last spring, hosting Ithaca in their home opener. Beautiful night in the Crystal City in the first. Corning up 8-0. Ithaca looking to come back in the red zone. Chase Postito dropping a dime to Micah Farillo. That would make it a 1-point game. Late first quarter now. Corning would be driving just momentarily. They give it to Mason Smith on a tricky double handoff, and he gets big yardage on this one. And watch out, he's going to come right at you at the television screen. And a few plays later, well, hand it to him again. Mason Smith, this time he finishes the drive off for a touchdown. The Hawks, they keep rolling and win this one by a score of 47-7.
Waverly began their football season a week early last week, and they did so with a win at home. Could they make it 2 straight as they host Owego? At halftime, first responders holding a 9/11 remembrance ceremony in honor of those lost 20 years ago. But prior to that, in the half, Waverly quarterback Joe Tomaso, he's going to start surveys the field, and he ends up keeping it himself. He dances into the end zone for a Wolverines touchdown. We go to the third quarter. Owego quarterback Spencer Mead showing that he can run it too, missing a defender before he's tackled at midfield. But Tomaso missed one with his arm. He takes a read, checks all of his reads, and then he threads the needle to find senior Bradley Blauvelt for the touchdown. Waverly, they shut out Owego 35-0. We stay in the Valley, going to the NTL. Sayre hosting CMVT. We get the guys going through the banner here. First quarter, Sayre's Dylan Northup. He's going to get the handoff, and he's going to roll outside, and he's going to get a big Redskins gain as he comes right at you once again. Later in the half, Sayre quarterback Braden Horton, he's going to take a shot, but the Rams defender Shane Tomlinson flies out of nowhere to bat it away. A big play for the Rams defender, but Horton, he responds. He's going to roll all the way out to his right. He's going to fire down the field, and he's going to find Josh Arnold for the Sayre touchdown. This game, pretty much all Sayre. They win 63-14. That's all from the Valley. Chuck and Nick, back to you.
Thanks, George, to El Paran Park. Troy in action at home against Central Columbia. Troy up 14-0 in the second. The Blue Jays are driving, but they have problems with the snap, and Corey Shucker picks it up for the Trojans and heads all the way down inside the Central Columbia 20-yard line. A few plays later, Troy capitalizes on the turnover. Clayton Smith punches it in from 3 yards out. The Trojans take a 21-0 lead. The Blue Jays trying to get something going late in the half, but it's Gavin Kohick with the interception for the Trojans. Troy moves to 2-1, 35-7.
To the scoreboards now. More NTL scores where Canton defeated South Williamsport to continue their undefeated streak. And we move on to Bald Eagle. They pick up a huge win on North Penn Mansfield, 50-7. And the Athens Wildcats would get back to their winning ways with a 35-0 shutout of Towanda and Kawaneski Valley. They'd edge out Northwest in a nail-biter 15-14. Back to Section 4, Tioga wins big on the road over Sidney. And to Section 5, where Livonia wins the rematch of last season's sectional final rematch against the Haverling Rams. And finally, Hornell improves to 2-0 with a low-scoring win over Marcus Whitman Bloomfield. Now, big news on the diamond for Pioneers fans. The team and the city of Elmira have reached a deal to keep the Pioneers at Dunfield through 2026. The deal is expected to be voted on by the City Council on Monday. Pioneers owner Robbie Nichols tells 18 Sports that he is excited to be back at Dunfield and are planning some renovations for the ballpark.
And it was a special night at Elmira College this evening as former Vice President of Athletics Pat Thompson received a special honor. Pat Thompson's court was unveiled tonight inside Spidell Gym before EC Volleyball's home game against Cazenovia. The Soaring Eagles won in straight sets. Thompson says it was quite the honor.
Accomplishments not only athletically but academically. We've had so many strong student athletes academically that have distinguished themselves in our conference and nationally, and so I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the staff that worked with me collaboratively, and we tried every day to make an experience that was a quality one for the student athletes we serve.
Congrats to Pat. That'll do it for another edition of the 18 Sports Blitz. Have a nice night and happy birthday, Mom.
Good morning. Coming up, a special edition of Today. America remembers the September 11th attacks 20 years later.
As the country pauses to mark this day, so will we, reporting live from Ground Zero as the commemorations get underway, as well as the ceremonies in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and at the nation's capital.
We'll also be joined by Condoleezza Rice, the National Security Advisor on 9/11, and Andy Card, President Bush's chief of staff, who told the president America was under attack.
Plus, we'll speak with survivors and share emotional stories of heroism from that fateful day. And of course, so much has changed in the 2 decades, from security to travel. We're going to explore the many ways our lives and the world around us are so much more different now.
Yeah, America remembers, a special Today broadcast coming up this morning, and we hope you'll be with us.
You're watching 18 News Today.
All right, Jacob, before we get this weekend started for everyone, what is the forecast looking like today?
So for today, expect some plentiful sunshine with some clouds lingering around in the skies. But as we head into tomorrow, we'll start to see some isolated showers and possible thunderstorms as winds start to bring in more clouds. But as we head into the week, we'll eventually see those clouds and thunderstorms dissipate for Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures will rise up to the high 80s, and as we head into the middle of the week, a warm front will linger around, bringing in some more rain showers, especially for Thursday. And as we head into Friday, we'll start to see some cloudy skies as those rains start to clear out.
All right, thanks, Jacob. Well, normally on this Saturday, we would end the newscast with a lighter story, something we hope would leave you with a smile. But today, all of us here at 18 News, we want to take a moment to remember the lives lost 2 decades ago today. The thousands who perished, both at home and overseas, soldiers and civilians, during and after the September 11th attacks. We want to thank the first responders, the hundreds of them who ran into the burning towers and put the lives of strangers before themselves. They truly did make the ultimate sacrifice, and we know we can never forget them, and we never will. Today, we have reporters scattered across the Twin Tiers who will bring you stories on the ceremonies that will honor those we lost 20 years ago today. But for now, we thank you for joining us. The Today Show is next, and we'll have more coverage on this anniversary. We hope to see you later tonight.